Hello and welcome to the third episode of Brave Talks with Joelle, where we discuss general problems of life where normally people don't like to address, but we address them bravely. Today I have with me a voice that you've heard on radio, a face that you've seen in most important events in Dubai, being the MC, being the presenter, and a very famous actor. Joe Mohan is with me today. How are you, Joe?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. So it's Joe meets Joelle moment for me.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here with me. I was so
Pleasure.
happy to know that you're going to be with me on this podcast on the third episode because it's a very important topic that we're discussing
Yes.
here about relationships. It doesn't really meet your scope here in Dubai, especially that you're in media. And I know that normally media and love doesn't really match. But I love the fact that you wanted to come and you were so happy to be here.
Well, yes, I'm very happy to be here, and thanks for inviting me. And since you mentioned that you wanted to talk about personal topic, I thought, okay, this would be interesting. Every interview that I go for, or everyone that I meet, they're very keen on understanding or how we made it, how we did this, how we did that, in terms of
Exactly.
work.
Yes.
So whether it's voiceovers or whether it's the OTT series, which is now Z5, Spectre Blackout, right? So how did the shoot happen? Everybody wants to talk about the work. So you said, I want to talk about not work. I want to talk about
Exactly,
personal
yes.
relationships, friendships, love. I said, okay, this is good. This
You
is
know why,
interesting.
Joe? Because normally now people
Yeah.
don't really address those things. Even I feel like love is being like a topic that it's like now a new taboo. People don't talk about it as if, yes, let's stay in situationships, let's stay in these areas of talking stages. So people now don't really like commitment. That's why I'm trying to get with me people from all over the world, each time in a new country, new nationality, to see perspectives because it's really a big topic to address right now at the moment. What do you think?
I sort of agree with the fact that, yes, people are a little scared or people are not very open about commitments. That I understand. But the way you see love, it depends on person to person. So it's very different. The
Exactly.
way I see it is different. The way you may see it is different.
That's so true.
Commitment is definitely something which people want to run away from. So the word you said, situationships. So, people want to just live their life with the people they want to in their lives, and they want to leave it to the situation. That, okay, let's see in this
Let's see
situation
how it
how it
goes.
is.
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah,
how
yeah,
it goes.
yeah,
So if
yeah.
it doesn't go fine, it's okay. They move on. And
Exactly.
they're okay with it. And honestly, I'm nobody to judge, because if you put me in a situation like that, I'm okay with it.
Of course.
Because it's
someone
about your comfort, your life.
Exactly. It's so comfortable being with someone, having all of the benefits of being in a relationship, but not being in a commitment.
Not being bound in a committed way. However, let me point this out. Commitment in itself is not binding. Commitment is your way of being with a person fully, 100% committed.
But
Doing
that's what
everything
normally-
selflessly and understanding each other.
Exactly.
Commitment is not actually bondage. People mistake this. They mistake the word commitment to binding somebody and just you're committed
And
to
that's
me.
what's making everyone so scared
Yes.
about it. And like, no, I don't want to be in this commitment.
Yes.
I just want to enjoy my situationship with this person.
Yeah.
While normally before it wasn't something even that people can even talk about because it's weird. Like you're taking all of the advantage of this relationship and let's let it go. The thing of commitment or planning
Yeah.
for the future or marriage or whatever or even kids.
Yeah.
So now it's because everyone is accepting it. So now it's the new lifestyle of
Yeah.
today's generation.
I think it's because of awareness. More and more people meeting different cultures, different mindsets of people, different kind of individuals, getting to become friends,
Yeah.
getting to study together, getting to and being here in UAE, Dubai. This is a country which brings in more than 200 cultures and
That's
200 ethnicities. So it is a great place for people to mingle, to know each other, to become friends, to work or to love or to do whatever it is.
That's true.
So it's good. Exposure is important. Well, if you're not exposed,
Connections.
you are staying like the frog in the well. Your
Yes.
minds are closed.
Yes, that's so true.
yeah.
That's what we're gonna address today. I have plenty of questions to you that you're
Okay.
gonna be not
Okay.
really happy about.
No, it's
So-
good. Good to hear that you have questions. I hope I'm able to do justice to the questions by my answers. Let's
Yeah,
see.
these are a bit of brave, as the name is it.
Brave
Brave
talks with
talks.
Joel. It has to be brave. So let's go for it.
Let's
Yes.
go over it. Let me ask you first of all. Do you believe that man can love?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let me
Why
be
only
more.
man? Everyone can love
Let me
man,
be more
woman.
straightforward. So,
Okay.
I feel like, for example, today people are more oriented about the idea that men are rational, women are emotional, and that's what I'm addressing in every podcast. Because I feel like men are in control of their emotions. Like I decide when I wanna love, I decide when I wanna stop loving, when I wanna leave her, when I wanna stay with her. But I was thinking about it. Is it possible that men don't love? It's not there inside of them, the feeling of love, but they rather love the feeling of chasing. So whenever I feel like chase is not there anymore, I stop loving her and search somewhere else. What do you think?
Well, I honestly don't think men are incapable of love because I am a man. I believe in love. Excuse me. It depends on your definition of it, the way I define it. In my mind, love is something not which is not instant. It's an outcome of a lot of things within you. So, for example, when people say, "Oh, I fell in love with her in the first sight,"
Yeah.
it's not love. You got attracted to her in the first sight. The attraction is most of the time
What leads you to this love then?
outwardly.
How can you be transforming this attraction to love later on? What is it, the thing that you
So,
really get attracted to
so when you say attraction, right? Attraction happens when you meet somebody, correct?
physically?
So it's always outward, right? So outwardly, it could be an appearance, it could be the voice, it could be the behavior, it could just be the way she smiled. Attraction, you got attracted. But whether you guys talk, you have a coffee, or you move on, you're working with each other or not, or whether you just say bye and you move out, love is very far from there. You see, it depends. So if you have a bond, if you actually talk to the person, then you start enjoying being with that person. Then you start enjoying how that person makes you feel.
Okay.
So that's where now the love is taking birth, bit by bit. So love is a sum total of a lot of small little things here and there, but it all started from attraction.
Yeah. So you mean if you were not attracted to this woman in the first place, there's no chance for all of this to happen?
Honestly, if I put myself in a situation like that, if I don't even see a person or if I have not met a person, how can I fall in love? I
So
would be lying if I say, "Oh, I love you," and I've never even met the person. Yeah,
so
you
the real
maybe.
fact of it,
Yeah.
like the real reality is that men are attracted to women who are beautiful or having a good voice or whatever from what you said. And
Yes.
this what leads to them to be in a good relationship later on. If this is not there, there's no chance.
Absolutely. If this is not there, then there is no relationship. And if they say that there is a relationship, that is not love. That is a relationship, which is an agreement. Now, let me also remind you, I come from a country, which is India, where we are brought up, now the things are changing a lot. From the mindset of people in the previous generations was that arranged marriage is what is accepted by the society,
That's so
not
true.
love marriage. So you, or let's say your groom, you've never met, okay, but your parents are arranging it. Now, when you get married, let's say everything is okay, you got married. Is there love?
No.
There's no love.
Yeah.
It's an arrangement, it's a contract, but you are coexisting. Now it depends on the quality of your bond, how transparent you are with each other, how happy you feel, in the presence of the other person, how romantic you feel when the other person does something for you.
So here we
That
go
brings
back.
the love.
We go back to the first question is that men can decide whenever they want to love and whenever they don't want to love.
I don't think you can decide it. It just happens, I feel.
Because you're just, let's say in the arranged marriage, you're just with this partner. It's either you're going to bond and you're going to be together
The
for
problem
life
is,
or
the issue here is that I am not very much
into this.
into the arranged marriage thing. Reason being, it's a gamble, right?
Yeah, that's so
You
true.
get married, you don't even know the person. There's no bond.
It's
There's no
paradise or
friendship.
hell.
There is no friendship. There is no bond.
Yes.
Forget love. But then after 10 years, they're still together. Let's say after 20 years, they're still there. And if they tell the people or the world, yeah, we're a very happily married couple, we're very much in love. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
They may have kids also, but still it's a lie. That is a contract, it's an arrangement, it's a thing which they decided to be happy and be with each other. This is it. Do you call it love? In my dictionary, that's not love.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
What can happen to you and your partner, or what a behavior from your partner can make you stop loving her?
All right, but then this is again very a difficult question to answer, because when two people are in love, you fall in love with each other's imperfections too. You're not falling in love with a person for all the good things only.
Yeah,
You fall in love with a person with all the wrong things, all the negatives, all the stupid things, you
that's
know?
true.
That's love.
That's
That's why they say love is blind.
Yeah,
I believe that, because when you start loving a person, when you start enjoying the presence of that person, you feel how you feel happy and positive with that person. You don't see anything else. You don't see anything
can
faulty.
truly a man reach this level?
Absolutely, 100%. I believe in that true love. I believe in loving a person truly, madly, deeply, to be able not to see the faults. But that doesn't mean that you would not point it out, because you want the best for the person. So
Of course.
if, like, this is a discussion which happens a lot between me and my wife. So, so we are absolutely in love with each other, and hence we want to accept all the shortfalls, all the, negatives also. Nobody's perfect. But we do keep telling each other, this was not good. That is not good. You need
Let's
to
fix
improve
this.
this.
Yes.
Hey, you need to take your multivitamins. And I will fight with her for that. So
You want her best.
you want the best for the person. So that
Yes,
is again
because
a
you
form
truly
of
love
love.
them. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Now, my question.
Yes.
So, what is it with situationships at the moment nowadays? Why is it never ending? Situationships that last 2, 3, 4 years, and then after, whenever the woman tries to talk to this man about it, like, what's happening with us? We've been together
Yeah.
for 4 years. What's next? We're still discovering each other, you know?
Yeah.
So, why is commitment being impossible?
So when a guy says, "Oh, we're still figuring it out. We're just discovering," I think that's where situationships went wrong, because I don't think as a concept it's a wrong concept. Situationship is okay, fine. We don't agree today that after 5 years we're getting married, but it's just like, okay, we will be friends, more than friends. We enjoy the relationship and all the situations. But when people start taking advantage of that freedom, when people start taking advantage of that trust amongst each other. So if I'm in a relationship, situationship, I would trust the person, right? I would trust my partner, and vice versa. But when I start taking things for granted, and I don't really want to be serious about it, that's when things go wrong.
But this
So,
is what happens there, because
yeah.
what's the thing that's gonna stop you from cheating? Or let's say, for example, if you're gonna be with this person and you're liking someone else, what's gonna stop you? If this person's gonna talk to you and address you bravely, like, why are you doing this? We've been together yeah, we've been as a situationship, right? So you cannot blame me, you cannot stop me, you cannot control me. This is what we hear now. And how is this now getting normal?
I don't think that is normal.
That's not normal.
That is not normal at all. So if you're in a situationship or any ship, as long as you're together in that ship,
Respect each other.
you need to have something called communication in 100% transparent way.
Yeah, very clear.
That is the foundation of every ship,
Yes.
every relationship.
And it depends also, for
Yeah.
example, people can be married and still
Yes.
agree on open relationships. That's weird for me, but
People, no, see, again, everybody has a right to choose their life, the way of their life.
yeah.
Nobody has the right to question them.
Exactly.
However, having said that, to answer the question, why still do people, let's say, they cheat? There shouldn't be a reason for anybody to cheat in a relationship if they are content, if they are 100% happy in the relationship. But now the definition of cheating may differ, because the way I look at cheating is not just your partner going and sleeping with somebody. That
Of
is a
course.
version of cheating.
Of course.
Even the
This is a way,
thought,
yes.
even the thought of being with somebody else or lying to your husband or your wife or your partner can be considered as cheating.
Of course, definitely.
But what if you have a clear communication already from the beginning with your partner that, hey, this is the way I am, this is the way you are, and they're growing together in the relationship, in the situationship or whatever, and they have a clarity, they have an agreement. Listen, my bond with you, my pact with you is way beyond. It's at the level of, let's say, it's at the soul level. You see, and let's not make it look small
Dirty or bad.
by being bothered about
Yes.
controlling a person and no, don't do this, don't, or by having doubts about. Let's be very clear, transparent, 100%. If that transparency is there, there's no need for you to cheat.
Of course, that's
You
true.
should have the confidence to even tell your wife or your partner or husband, wife, whatever, that, hey, I'm attracted to that person because XYZ. And your partner should have the transparency and the trust on you to accept it and to tell you what she thinks about it or what he thinks about it. There's nothing wrong. It's 100%
Do you think if
communication.
you've been attracted to someone, you have the ability to address this to your partner?
Absolutely. I do it all the time.
So you tell her, I'm attracted to this woman.
I say, I really like, I mean, she's amazing. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous, isn't she? And you
And
know
how
what
does
she
she-
says?
she reacts?
She reacts. She says, actually, I think
Indeed, yes.
I think she's hot. See, that is the level of confidence. And because she knows, just because I appreciated the beauty doesn't mean that I'm just leaving her,
Yeah.
walking out of the door, and I want to go and,
But you know, Jude, it's because you've been clear about it and because you know that deep inside it's not gonna turn it into cheating because it's just a visual attraction. People can be attracted to anything.
and one needs to be honest
She would
about
be
how
happy.
they feel. See, people tend to do wrong things in life when they are not truthful with themselves about how their emotions are.
Yes, trying to hide them, to
Men would
contain
all,
them.
I unfortunately, I've seen men all around in my life when I was growing up, even now, where men are afraid to express, men are afraid to let the world see how they're feeling. If I'm feeling sad, in my
cannot,
case,
yeah.
if I'm feeling sad, I would cry. I would cry in front of you.
You know
I-
what? For a woman, that's strength.
That
That's
is
strength.
important.
I don't know who created this definition that men cannot love, they cannot show affection,
Exactly.
they cannot show emotion, they cannot do all of this. Why? You're a human being, right? You should be
Exactly.
able to do this as well. Why
Because
it's
God
just
created you equal.
Yes.
God created you with all the emotions and ability to, emote and feel.
Exactly.
One needs to be honest
Exactly.
about it. So if you feel funny, you laugh. You
and
feel angry, you show the
categorizing it
anger.
that, for example, men are just for protecting and women are for feelings. And
No, that
this categorization are
I don't understand that categorization because honestly, the way I see it, both the genders, or I mean, men and women, or whoever, they all are independent and responsible for their own protection.
Exactly.
And obviously, if you're a God-fearing person, then God is there to take care of you as long as you take care of yourself too.
Exactly.
You can't just say, oh, just because I'm married, now my husband will take care of me. Or vice versa. There are so many men who say, oh, I'm married and she's got a great job, amazing salary. Let me just sit at home. She will take care of it. Wrong.
By the
One
way,
needs to
talking
be
about this,
partner in it.
I
Yeah.
heard, I don't know if this is true. I think that Indian people, normally in India, the woman pays for the wedding. Is it true?
Well, there are
think it's true,
different. Yeah, I've heard about this too. So many, but it's not something which we appreciate, which I
I
appreciate.
heard it so many times
Yeah.
that, normally
But there are
women-
many cultures in India also. There are many cultures, and they all have their own systems. Honestly, I mean, I don't know how it works.
Now you're
but-
adapted to Dubai's system more.
I mean, I've been out of my life. Out of my own country
For a long time.
for very long time,
Yeah.
for almost 18 years, right? 15, 18 years. So I've not been exposed to that. But of course, I know this happens. That there's something called dowry. But now people have understood that it's not the right thing to do. You can't be bringing it down to a transactional value of something. So yeah, there are awarenesses there, education is there, so people are changing the way they think. Yeah.
Let me ask you straightforward. Give me 3 characteristics of the woman of your dream.
Well, the first characteristic is a person whom I can be 100% transparent with, which means that person has to
It's
be
easygoing.
non-judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. Because I can only be transparent with a person who will not judge me, right?
True.
Who will not
True.
point a finger back at me. The second should be a person who understands what I like in my life.
And respect that.
And even if she does not approve of it, respect the fact that it is my liking because she has the right to have her own likings and passions in life.
Okay, that's nice. 3.
Three is a person who, has the strength to bear me, with my mistakes because I am not perfect. Because I would do the same. I would want a person in my life who is strong enough, for whom I am strong enough to bear her mistakes. And mistakes or downfall or whatever you call it, shortcomings or whatever
So
it is.
you're
Yeah.
more into a strong woman and
Absolutely.
more
I
like a
like,
confident woman than
yes.
easygoing.
Yeah. I mean, I like women who are strong, self made, women of substance, as they call it.
Perfect. We came to the point I
Very
want to talk
important.
about.
Yeah.
In my last episode, and that was a crazy question, I asked my client, my guest, I asked him, what do you think about a woman that's independent in
Yeah.
our generation nowadays? This is the attractive thing, or this is the attraction for a man rather than having a woman who's easygoing. Like men prefer the woman who's self-made, confident, independent,
Yeah.
or rather the easygoing, the decent one, the pure, honest one. And in the comments, you have no idea. Like each comment I was getting was like that, having a fight between each other, those people about this, because it's a really big issue at the moment. Everyone was answering that no, we prefer the woman who has zero body count, let's say, who's really sitting at home doing nothing but taking care of me. And that was crazy because we're in 2024 where we're
Yeah.
addressing worldwide things and now we're still thinking that
Okay.
deep inside this is the preferences. I respect that. This is people's opinion. But if that's true, why, whenever there is a woman who's that strong and who has this self-made life and everything, she doesn't really is the one who attracts you in real life, but the one who's really decent, easygoing, helping you, supporting you, is making you feel like I didn't chase her much. Now I'm attracted to this woman, to the strong one. Like your preference is someone who's decent, you'd marry her, but for now you would be cheating on this one with another one who's strong and independent.
I don't know what kind of people would be these who have commented like this, but I know one thing for sure that if a man is not strong enough himself, within himself, about his beliefs, about who he is, about his strengths, about his talents, about his shortcomings as well, one needs to be aware. So if a man is not aware enough, that is when he is looking for someone to just take care of him.
Yes,
Because he knows he will fall any day.
yes.
He wants someone to pamper him. He wants someone to take care of him, do things for him. Why? Why can't a man is supposed to be independent too?
What do you prefer as Joe? You prefer the characteristics of a woman who is more decent, pure, easygoing, or more strong, independent, confident? Like if you are, for example, in a situation where you have to just choose or pick up one of both personalities, take into consideration that both women are equally beautiful. Who would you go for?
Okay, so the kind of person I am, I need to first of all give you the justification of why I think that strong women is what I'm attracted to, is because I know I am strong. I also know that I'm very confident and aware of my strengths and my weaknesses. I want someone in my life as a partner. I was looking for someone who appreciates that and who understands the power of strength, who understands the power of attraction with a person who can level with me. Now, it could be a possibility that that person is not outwardly as strong, but what matters is
The
the
mindset.
mindset.
The mindset.
Now, I'll give you a classic example of this.
Okay.
When I met my wife, she I met her at a very unexpected event, you see. What attracted me towards her was not the outwardly beauty. Of course, she was looking very elegant. She was wearing nice dress, and everything is okay. But what attracted me was when I spoke to her, that sparked something that wow. Because even though she did not say something really crazy out of the world,
What did she
she
say?
was just, I mean, just the normal way of talking.
What
But
did she show you? What characteristics?
I felt that she's a strong woman.
Perfect.
I felt that she is a rebel. She will fight for her right. I felt that she is a person who is not going to fall down in front of anybody and beg anybody. She would make it happen for herself. Even though career-wise, she was doing a job. She was not doing anything out of the ordinary. She was just living a normal life.
You know
It's the
why I can
mindset.
conclude this saying that a strong man can handle strong women. If a woman is strong and he is still building himself or his personality, he
Yeah.
would definitely drag her down with all of these.
Insecurities.
That's what I want to say.
Yes.
With the insecurities
Yeah.
that she doesn't even see normally because she's
Absolutely.
so confident of
Absolutely.
herself. And even by the good things in her, like for example, you're so energetic. That's a very good thing. Why am I
Yes.
now in a position to explain myself that I'm energetic? Why is it a bad thing now?
Yeah.
Because you're not being able to be that energetic?
Because the levels don't match.
Exactly.
See, when they say the wavelength has to match, right, between two people to click, it could also mean that your levels of energy, your levels of confidence, your levels of what you think. Now, I don't mean here that that opposites don't attract. No, I don't mean that. In fact, I say it in a little different way. The way I see it is, in mathematics, is the concept of complementary angles. So if this is an angle and if this is, let's say, if some other shape of an angle, it will not fit. It
That's
needs to
true.
be the opposite side so that
That's
it
so
fits as
true.
a complement.
That's
So you complete each other.
That's
The
true.
concept of one partner completing the other partner and vice versa. So when two people come together, they complete each other. That concept is something which I really believe in. But it doesn't mean that if one partner is strong, the other one has to be weak. No.
Yeah, exactly. You're
It could
right.
be in the set of, it could be in the way of skill set. Maybe let's say if I have certain skill sets, my wife doesn't have that. Maybe she has certain other skill sets which I don't know of, which I don't know, which I don't have. So
Exactly.
together we complete each
That's so
other.
true. That's so true. This is what I'm gonna tell you as well.
Yeah.
I had this experience many times where because I'm very energetic and full of positivity,
Yeah.
etc., it doesn't really match my character to have someone with me who's exactly the same because we're like a bomb. Fire together, you know what I mean? And even it goes in a negative way as well, where you're, for example, in a fight, for me, I get aggressive fast. If I have someone who's getting aggressive fast as well with me, we're gonna clash. So that's
Yes,
why I
yeah.
prefer all the time to go for personalities that are calmer to contain me.
Yeah.
But
Just because a person is calm, it doesn't mean that the person is not strong.
that's it.
Aggression
That's
is
it.
different.
I would never be attracted to a personality that's not strong, not confident. But you can have those traits and at the same time be
Yeah.
containing yourself and be able to contain me. It doesn't mean that I need someone to complete me because
Yeah.
I am a complete human being.
Yes.
But it's nice to get some good features from a person and fix yourself.
Something
with.
which complements. That's why we always say,
Yes.
see, when there is a person, a partner in your life who's there to laugh with you, to cry with you, not that you need it,
Yeah.
but when there is somebody who understands your journey and whose journey you understand,
necessary.
it just becomes a bit more happier in
Exactly.
in the life becomes a bit more meaningful.
Partnership. It's nice. Why is it
That's
always...
why I value the word companionship a lot.
Yeah.
More
You
than
have
the
a
word
companion
love.
for life. How do you feel about having a family with you all the time? You can take this call and call your parents
Yeah.
anytime. Thank God my parents still there. But I mean, it's very important. Why is it taken in a negative way whenever it comes to a partnership? He's gonna control me. He's gonna... It's
Yeah.
not that. It's not that. You're choosing the wrong person.
Yeah.
That's it.
True.
You have to attract the personality who's gonna attract you. There is billions of people on this earth. This one doesn't match you. There is plenty of other people.
True. True.
Let's go to the important
Yeah.
things now.
Okay. So
Okay,
next question.
Is it important for a woman to be selfish in a relationship? I mean by that, uh, the attraction of a man goes normally to a person or to a personality that's not needy. So
Okay.
men don't truly, if there's no love yet, they don't get attached to or attracted to women who are needy. Like, give me love, give me affection, give me attraction, whatever, on all scales. And I feel like being selfish normally as a woman can protect you. What I mean from this, it's not necessary for you to be selfish in a way that you think about yourself and that's it. But selfish is that don't stop your life. Just pursue whatever you're doing. Continue with your career. It's not that I met this person, he's my soulmate, I'm gonna give my all to him, because in the end of the day, what's gonna happen? If this person goes, you're nothing anymore, because now you give your all to him. Now, where are you?
Like you said in the previous point, that you are an independent person, correct? You're independent because of the way you think, because of, let's say, you have a job and you're happy about it, you have a passion, and you're pursuing it. You believe in being free. Your freedom is there with you, which means you own your life.
And your own happiness.
You own your happiness. You create your own happiness. Everybody in this world has a right to do that, be it a man or a woman. And if a man comes into your life, or if you get a partner or vice versa, that doesn't mean that that freedom goes away or that independence goes away.
Exactly.
On the contrary, you become more aware of the other person as well. And that's what you expect out of a relationship, right? When otherwise, why would you be in a relationship when the other person doesn't even care?
Yeah.
So when you are with the other person, you are aware of that person's passion also. Oh, what does she want to do in life? What makes her happy? What would she want to achieve in her life? And I believe that if you truly love the person, you would encourage your other partner to do, to chase your dreams, to follow you, to become strong enough to achieve your dreams.
Can I give you an example about this?
Yeah.
To support your idea. My parents have been married for 26 years. I don't normally talk about my family, and especially out there, but it's just like to be a good influence to people to understand that you're true. It's a good example. My parents have been married for 26 years. And my mom is so into knowledge. She's so into education. She already has her degree,
Nice.
but she wanted to do more. So I was doing my university college. I was learning, and she was doing it at the same time.
Wow.
Imagine, she did her job. She raised us. We're amazing people for, like, I mean, in good ways. Like, we don't hurt people. We don't do anything that's bad. It was a very good way of raising people. But she pursued her career. What do you think my father thought about this at the moment? Yeah, she's gonna go around in this university, plenty of young, attractive men. Of course, he didn't. He was supportive even after 20 years. And now my mom is a doctor in psychology.
Wow.
She has her own clinic. And I'm telling you, while I was doing my degree, so
You know, I salute a person like that, because your father, 26 years of marriage, he definitely learned what is the real meaning of love.
he loves her till today. Trust me.
Yeah.
Ups and
Because
downs, everything.
if he would not have supported her, that means he doesn't know her that well, which makes her
Yes.
happy.
He would be scared about
Yeah.
all of these thoughts that can come to your mind.
Which
the
means they both
fears.
are in love with each
Yes.
other strongly.
Where is this love today? Where is this love today?
It's there somewhere. I mean,
Unfortunately, I personally still believe in this kind of love because I was raised in this house.
yes, me too.
You know,
Even
and this
my
is
parents.
definition of love for me. Like,
For me, my inspiration of having I can say this confidently, that I know that love exists and I yearn for that love and I believe in that love, because that's what I experienced with my wife, is because of my parents too,
You
because
know,
I saw them
it
even
reflects
till
on you,
today.
on your personality.
Yes,
So
even till today.
wherever you are, I believe parents are the exact copy of the kids.
Yeah.
So if I want to really know where's going to end up my life with this partner, I just look at the parents,
Look at,
you know what I mean?
They mirror, but of course I don't want to make it a blanket statement, because sometimes the kids can't really look at the parents because something has gone wrong between the parents. But it's okay. This is life. But we can take inspirations from the right examples also, right? So I salute my dad because of the way, and my mother especially, because of the way they have loved each other. They have grown in love, even at this age.
That's
They are
amazing.
independent,
That's
not because
amazing.
they've got a lot of money or because they have so many people to support them. No, even I stay so far away from them, right? But they are independent and are happy with each other.
That's amazing.
And that is beautiful. That
You
makes
know,
me feel that I should do more.
exactly, because you've got this example instead of you, in front of you, I mean, and you have this level I want to reach that's so high of love, of care, of which is not wrong for me at all because I've experienced it. I have my friends as well who have parents who are divorced. I've seen the
Yeah.
difference of life, how my lifestyle was, how comfortable I was, how capable of being
Yeah.
um, all
Being
alone,
independent.
independent or
Yeah.
whatever, because I was raised in such a house that's
Yes.
peaceful. You don't have
Absolutely.
anything to worry about. It's not that I have to go back home and I'm worried
Yeah.
because my parents are now screaming at each other.
This
It's
is very
peaceful.
important. The
Yes.
upbringing matters a lot. When you asked me the question, where is this love? Honestly speaking, you're right. Because I don't see this kind of love anywhere around us. I mean,
That's
as much as I
unfortunate.
see,
That's
I
unfortunate.
see it very, very rarely. Because most of the people that I see, they're faking it.
Yeah.
Most of the people, they're just keeping a smile on their face and saying, hey, you know what? Everything is good. Oh, we are so much in love.
And they are
But
both cheating on
in
each
their
other.
actions, when you meet them, you can feel it.
Yes.
You can feel the vibrations of the person. You
Yes.
feel the vibe that
Yes.
these guys are
Yes.
not.
I literally didn't know
Yeah,
any of you, you and your wife. When I saw you, I directly understood there is pure love between both of you. And whenever there is this, not even one human being can approach you in a cheating way. You know
yes,
why? Because they know you've got your limits.
absolutely. And
Your
and you
limits
you
are set.
and you know when you meet such people, and I keep telling people, guys, you need to have the strength to tell each other what's not working for you,
True.
what is making you
You know what's
upset.
the problem now
Yeah.
and why there is that much divorces today? I'll tell you. Because this, what you're talking about now, is not present anymore.
Hmm.
Instead of trying to fix, let's go to the easy way.
Yeah.
Let's divorce. It's not working.
Yeah.
For me, in my life, whenever I will literally decide or whenever my
It happens.
prince comes,
Yeah.
I will not accept to be in a situation where divorce is even mentioned.
Yeah.
We gonna work out. Everything is not working out.
As much as you can, you should definitely work it out because having said this, I also know of people whose relationship has been dragging for years and years and years, even though there's nothing left in it. That is also wrong. See, when two people are just dragging it for the sake of, oh, what will my father say? What will my mother say? What will my neighbors say?
Yeah.
And that means you're cheating yourself.
Yes.
If there's no love, there's no
Yeah.
companionship, there's no bond, there's no
Yeah.
trust, there's no transparency,
Yeah.
there's no nothing. There's no
Yes.
friendship. Friendship is the the most important layer between the two people. If that itself is not there, the bond is
That's
missing.
true.
What's the point of them being together
Exactly. You're right. You're right.
and faking it and lying it?
I'm not a very supporter of divorce at all.
I mean,
Because I
see, the
believe
word divorce may sound like a taboo, but honestly speaking, I see it because all of these words are created by humans, right? I see it two people being together or two people not being together. If
I
you're
get
not
it.
meant to
Yeah.
be together, even though you've tried this, you've tried everything,
At
and you
least try.
mutually are agreeing, hey, you know what? It's not really working out. I don't want to be faking this relationship with you. Let's move on. So be it. Because maybe that's for good.
You're right. You wanna jump to the serious?
Yes, go for it. Oh, I thought this was serious as well.
No,
Okay, go.
no. Wait for me.
Okay.
So, do you think that sexual activities are things that makes a relationship stronger? And I mean by this at early stages. Like if you're having a sexual activity with your partner who's not yet your partner, does it make you get attached to this person or to lose interest or run faster? And is it important and helpful in building any relationship at an early stage or no?
Okay, well, see, when it comes to a sexual attraction or activity with a partner, I mean, everybody looks at it in a very in different ways. You see, so if I keep aside all kinds of rules, regulations, policies, beliefs,
Religions,
religions,
everything.
everything, if I keep it
Uh huh.
aside, just as a human being, It's very simple. When you have a physical, intimate moment with a person, obviously the kind of connection that you have had with that person is much more deeper. Because why? Now you have involved more senses. The first sense was when you saw her. It was visual. Then you touch her, and that's a touch. Then you've been with her. Now that's another level of intimacy. You have added on different layers of being together
I get
and
it.
close. How can it be weaker? It needs to grow stronger and stronger and stronger.
I'll ask you how. Because let's say, for example,
Yeah.
same perspective of commitment. For example, if you're saying that commitment comes with time,
Yeah.
for me, this should also come with time in a way that it should have its own. It's a masterpiece that you have to value. If you truly provide it to every person you're gonna feel that you've been intimate with, I don't believe that it's gonna turn off in a good way. What do you
It
think?
depends on how the people take it. Because see, again, it depends on cultures. It depends on the upbringing. There are countries in this world where people don't really care much about
Let's forget the word and talk
waiting.
about Joe.
Yeah.
If you were in a situation where you're at an early stage with a relationship and this happened, don't you think that it lost its meaning?
No, I don't
its
think so.
precious meaning?
No, not at
You
all.
don't think that it
No.
comes with on later stages?
No, no,
No.
no, not at all.
So it's not
Absolutely
like
not.
commitment,
Because
no?
for me,
I get it.
the way I look at physical intimacy is, if I'm attracted to a person, if that person is attracted to me, and if we both want to move ahead in that step, we would move ahead. We don't need anything, a label from somebody, a permission from somebody, or the time.
Let's
Because
say
the
if
number of
she-
days you're with somebody does not actually mean that you
The
can
experiences
now
matter.
become
Yeah. I get
intimate.
what you're saying. It's not about the
Yeah.
time.
It's about how you feel, the bond, the
Exactly.
attraction, the power.
Let's say if she's not in this level yet
Hmm.
and she still want to take her time in this, is it
Then you should let her
acceptable?
take her time.
Is it acceptable to pressure her or to show her that this is something
No,
I
not
truly
to pressure.
need?
You let her because again, there is an attraction, right? There is a bond which also brings in a mutual respect for her space. Now, if my partner does not want to pursue a physically intimate relationship, she does not want to get physical yet, that's her right to be so.
And what will you say about these are my needs? I'm a man.
You're a man. You're a human
If I
being.
can't
You're
do
not-
it with you, I will do it with someone else.
I would tell myself, or I would tell anybody for that matter, hey, you're a human being,
You control,
not an animal.
like your feelings, your control of them. You have control of your feelings. You should be
Exactly.
controlling also
I mean, I
that.
don't understand when people say, oh, so I have physical needs. Hello, you've got physical needs, but you also have a brain and a sense and a soul, which God has given you to teach you that you need to control certain things. And that control is also within your hands.
You know how many women now are cheating you up?
No, it's very important.
Because we
Yeah.
feel pressure whenever someone is telling you, like, I have this need, and you want this person to be just with you, and you have the feeling, or he makes you have the feeling that he's gonna cheat on you or look around to someone else who's gonna provide this, even though he's not building it with an emotional state with
Yes,
someone else.
agreed.
You're
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
feeling pressured, like, I need to do it. Even though I'm
No.
not feeling it now, but I need to do it because
So that
otherwise he's
pressure
gonna
is
look
wrong.
outside. I'm gonna lose
Yeah.
him. He's gonna
Yeah.
lose interest. He's not gonna love me anymore. And it happens. Trust me, it happens a lot. Many times where I was pressured in this. Let's say not me and all of the women in the world. I hear a lot of stories like that. Like he pressured me. He told me that it's gonna happen now, or even though she's not. She's Persian. Let's say, what can I do to you just because you have your needs?
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Because if you ask me, if a man is pressurizing a woman or a woman pressurizing a man, either party, because I treat both of them equal, man or woman or woman or man.
Yeah.
If a partner is pressurizing the other person that, listen, you need to be physically intimate with me,
You need
or else I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That is blackmailing. Yeah. That's blackmailing, isn't it? I mean, I believe physically intimate relationships should happen when you are attracted so much to each other, that bond is so strong, that iron is so hot that
Yeah.
you want to hit it.
Yes.
Not because, oh, you know what? No, I have some need.
Yes. Hormones are there.
That's a problem if people don't know how to control their hormones or do something else with their
And
hormones.
do you think if someone decides to break up because of this?
That is bullshit. Good that the relationship did not continue.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you should thank your stars and God. Thank God that this man left me, and maybe she'll find a better. That man was not a strong man.
Yes.
He was a weak man.
True.
Yeah.
Is it fair to break up on a call or on a message? It ever happened to you? It's a yes.
Of course, it has happened with me. I mean, I've had relationships in my life, right? So, yeah, it is not fair to do it on a phone call or on a message.
So
Yeah,
now,
one needs to be, I would say, one needs to be strong enough. I wouldn't say man enough, because even a woman can do this. One needs to be strong enough
to face,
to
talk,
face, to
respect.
sit. It's called confrontation. You
Yeah.
need to sit across the table, have a coffee, and talk and say what worked, what did not work, and this is what I feel. What do you think? What do you feel?
You want to sort it out. You want to end it
Yeah.
up.
Decide it. No, become mature in relationship. That is very important. One needs to have the confidence, the strength to face. If you can't even do that, if
Yeah.
you want to just run away by sending an SMS, it's like, sorry, or a call. Again, signs of a weak person, not a weak man, but weak woman or a man who can't do
Yes.
that. A weak partner.
Just taking the easy way, sending
Yeah,
the
no.
message, disappearing after
That
this.
means you don't even give that much importance to that other person, that he or she deserves that meeting.
You know why? It's not because
ridiculous.
she deserves it or he deserves it. It's just because of the fact that you've been together for this period of time.
Exactly. Even if it is days.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even if it's days, it's not
It's
because of
basic
a long
courtesy.
relationship. Yes, it's her right and your right and your right
Simple.
together to end up things like it started. It
When
started in
you-
coincidence. It should end up in a nice way, right?
So it's like a circle, right? So when you started that friendship or relationship or
started
situationship or
perfectly.
whatever it is, didn't you want to meet and talk about it? Didn't you want to actually have a coffee about it?
Exactly.
Then why do you want to end it up without that?
Exactly.
If you want to end it, do the same.
Talking about coincidence, I believe that in today's generation now, I feel that because youth don't truly love to go out, or if they do, for example, they are not truly open anymore to talk or face or express their feelings. If someone is really intending to find his soulmate, they are doing it through apps, dating apps, or they are planning this meeting. While long time ago, and I'm a big lover and believer in long-term like
Relationship.
previous loves. Yes, not like today's. So I feel like before it was just based on coincidence. We're in school, we're at work, we meet, we love each other's vibe, and we click. So do you think now it's like it's starting bad by going into those planned meetings?
So okay, when you say that the platforms is basically giving an easy access to people
Yeah.
to meet different people,
Yeah.
I see that thing as a positive thing, but it could be a negative. It could have a negative impact if not used wisely. Now, what happens is that, yes, let's say when you were growing up, when I was growing up, when the let's say the dating app or the technology was not there, obviously you would end up meeting somebody who is within the circle.
Yes.
By the way, just because the apps are there doesn't mean that you can't still meet people, right?
Yes.
You can still do. But people who have an access to the app or a dating site would want to go and explore meeting new people. And what can be wrong in that? There is nothing wrong in that.
There is
It's
nothing
just,
wrong.
it becomes wrong when people do it with the wrong intention.
Yes.
They're going for a window shopping.
Putting some
And
weird
that's where the
pictures
problem is.
on.
People go for
That's
window
me.
shopping. Yeah. That's wrong. And then you don't want to be honest about why you're meeting the other person. That's where it probably goes wrong. So when you're meeting somebody and you're honest about it, that listen, I'm trying to meet as many people as I can meet. I'm not telling go and become physically intimate with as many people as you can.
Yeah.
That's a very different matter, right? Because that's exactly what people tend to do. Your
Using this,
intention
yeah,
of meeting that person is,
aren't pure.
that needs to be very clear.
You know why I'm asking you this? Because I've been thinking about, especially in this podcast, analyzing each one's perspective about this, and I realize that every time relationships aren't now seen in this pure intention, and I'm trying to understand why. So maybe the reason of it is how it started, and having said that it started on a dating app like your or on social media, it doesn't attract me much and doesn't make me feel that this gonna pursue for life. It can, it
It
can, it
can,
can,
yes.
but it can be the reason also why these relationships are ending nowhere.
That's, and the fault of that is not the dating app. The fault of that is the attitude and the mindset of the person involved in that relationship.
Yes.
So if you ask me, because I have met people who met on a dating app or a dating site.
And doing
By the
great.
way, what do you think is matchmaking sites? Matchmaking sites are also where people or parents are actually uploading sites, uploading profiles of their kids, on the site, and then get them. Why are they all right then? No. So it's just the mindset of the people who are involved in it. You cannot blame the success or the dating app or the technology for
Yeah.
the failure of a
It's being
relationship.
helpful.
Yes, it is actually opening up doors for more and more people to
Exactly.
meet up effortlessly, meet up, but meet with the right mindset, meet with the right attitude, look for the right thing. Don't just meet to hook up with
Exactly.
people. If
Is
the
it
intention
possible
is,
to you to fall in love with two people at once?
well, I can fall in love with hundreds of people at the same time.
Two women at once?
Why two women, even 10 women at times? But the difference is, how do I deal with it?
How do you deal with it?
Now, see, this is where the key comes back to the relationship, the core relationship that I have with my partner. Now, if my relationship with my partner is clear and transparent and 100% based on trust, I would have the courage to tell her that, hey, you know what? I'm feeling attracted to this, or for this reason. And having said this, that doesn't mean that it makes me great,
Yeah.
that I can go and tell her this. No. First of all, the definition of what kind of love is what causing me to share this is going to matter a lot. Because is it just a physical attraction?
So,
Or is it, oh my God, I'm falling in love? Because I said in my dictionary very clearly, falling in love happens at a very later stage when you have a perfect bond with that person, where, and that kind of love can't happen with more than one person, I feel, because you
so
can't share your. I mean, you can't let that love get diluted. You understand me?
yeah.
With my part, but when you say love, the way I read it is attraction to somebody else. Attraction can happen with anybody.
Yes, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. If let's say it happens to you or to anyone that you know, we normally tend to explain our betrayal by showing the partner that he has been a bad partner lately. You know what I mean? So people, for
No, when
example,
it goes to betrayal, now you're talking about a step which has already been taken,
yes,
because somebody has betrayed, which
yes,
means you have, that's sort of a cheating, right? So when
exactly.
you move
Yeah,
out
cheating
of your
happened.
marriage,
Cheating happened.
yeah,
Let's say me and you were in love,
yeah.
and you felt love for someone else, and you grew those emotions to this girl.
So if I feel that kind of love
What
with
would you
someone
do?
else, that means there was something missing here. Simple.
Okay, but what would you do? Would you address this as, well, you wouldn't tell me that this is happening, but there's something missing between me and you, and that's why I want to end up things. And you keep me in this situation, trying to understand, figure out what happened, and question myself and blame myself for this.
No, well, in this scenario, first of all, if it happens in this manner, where if I am falling in love, in my definition,
Yeah.
love, yeah, which is the serious, the powerful. If I'm falling in that kind of love with somebody else, and my partner, and I'm already in a relationship with my partner, that's a big problem. Big problem. Why? Because I need to talk to her, because there is something missing, which means either of us has missed some signs, some pieces of
But would you
communication.
address your betrayal?
Yes,
You would say about it.
because it's a loss.
Yeah.
It's a loss for me and my relationship, that I it's like I failed. And if you really love somebody, you don't want to fail. If you really love somebody, that person would not let you fail. That person will lift you up
So I
before
understand
you fail.
from what you're saying is that instead of going to the easy way, you would try to fix it with
A
your
hundred
partner,
percent.
trying
So
to
if at all
understand
there is
what's
something missing,
that would
I would try and fix it up.
that would be your
Yeah.
advice to your friend as well.
All the time, all the time. And so many of my friends have asked me this from my childhood. People, I don't know, for some reason, people always used to come to me for the relationship advice.
Advices, yeah.
And I don't know, I didn't know that I could actually advise, but I just share what I feel. Yeah. So if that feels like an advice, so be it. But this is what I've always said, that if you really love a person, you will have the confidence to address each time anything is missing.
I will show you
Yeah.
why is my question about this. Normally, what happens is that if two people are dating and the guy started developing feelings for someone else or the girl, it happened to me as well. So what you say is that because you're feeling so guilty about it and you don't know what to do and you're just confused between two options, you don't know what exactly is the right one to choose. So you'd go and face your partner, showing them the insecurities that they've got and the missing points that they were doing, which made you feel the love for the second person. So, for example, if I'm not feeling the affection from this person, from my partner, and I felt it from the second one, I will address him, my partner, in a way that it's because of you that now we cannot be together. Because you're not giving me this affection, because now my eyes were open
But
widely
then
about
you
this.
can't clap with just one hand, right? You can only clap with two hands. So a relationship is like that. It is a two-way street. So if there is something missing in our relationship, and I don't get what let's say I don't understand what is missing, but if I'm finding myself falling in love with somebody else, somebody needs to, and my partner needs to be vigilant enough, and I need to be vigilant enough to see that there's something going off the track. The train is going off the track. And again, communication is the key. So if we don't have that kind of a communication, that relationship would anyways fail.
Exactly.
That is the basis of a foundation, the basis and the foundation of a relationship, which is 100% communication, 100% transparency, and having the trust to that other person is not going to judge but help you if you're falling down.
Let's
Yeah.
end it up with this.
Yeah.
You work in media, I do as well.
Yeah.
So we know what we are normally expected to see during our journey at work. Do you believe that as an MC or as an actor or any of this, is it normal for you or is it feasible for you to be able to pursue a pure relationship with your wife while you've been tested with all of those things that might happen at work? Or what do you even think about media itself, modeling, acting, all of this world? And how does it impact you as a partner? Do you think that also women are being and somehow um, how can I say it, that a partner wouldn't truly love to be in a partnership with this woman because she's in this field, or for you as well as a man?
Well, to be honest with you, yes, it is true that we, as people in the media or the events industry, or let's say films or whatever it is, we have access to more and more people. Having said that,
Beautiful people.
yeah, a very good set of people who look great, who look amazing, who might be very friendly, who might have the great attitude,
And
everything.
also, which is
Yeah.
very important, that matches your energy and this exact thing that makes you
Yes.
happy.
Yes. People who really match your wavelength, you feel good with them.
Yes, he acts, I act, we're doing this scene together. It's so passionate, it's
Yes.
nice. It might develop feelings.
Now, here is the thing. Now, it depends on each person how strong or how weak
Yeah.
is that person's
Yeah.
mindset,
Yeah.
is that person's relationship back home, which will let him fail or
I make him
win.
prompt to be more into
Yeah. So, like I said, it goes back to
cheating.
the previous question. If there is something lacking at home, then obviously there is something going to develop outside.
Conclusion
Yeah.
of this whole podcast.
Yeah.
There's something lacking at home. Face it. Face it with your partner.
Absolutely. If there's something
Stop
lacking at home,
finding other
face
options.
it.
Just
Yeah.
face it.
At the same time, when you meet new people, don't be afraid of building a new bond. Don't be afraid in making a new friend, in having a new relationship. It's a friendship. There's no harm in that. What makes it right or wrong is your intent, is
Yes.
your intention.
Set your limits and do whatever you want to do.
Fix your mind first and learn what is your priority in life
What
when
do
it comes
you
to relationship.
need?
What exactly is it that you need? If you like the presence of somebody, like the person for the presence of somebody. Don't just try to, go beyond your limit and try to, just sleep around with every person that you like meeting, which is a very wrong mentality with people.
Exactly.
I mean, that means there is something lacking somewhere.
Exactly. Joe, it was an amazing meeting with you. I'm so happy we're able to know more about you and to share this with the world. I hope it's going to be a good influence somehow on people. And for whoever is going through this, breakups, having someone else on his mind, or even all of this open situationship, I hope it helped in somehow. And can't wait to have you again once again.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Joel, for having me on Brave Talks with Joel.
Thank
And
you.
I really hope people enjoy the conversation if there is anything.
I'm
And
sure they are.
we'll get to see it in the comments and the feedback.
Yes, of course.
Right? Thank
Thank
you.
you.